It's been a long time. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I have tea. I was thinking about things lately. Serious things. Because of the condition that a lot of the world is in. Part of the problem that's going on with people that are being victimized by those who are in the upper echelon of society. Sorry, there's so many cars around here. I was thinking about something that has been irritating me for such a long time, and it has to do with, well, I call them agents of false hope. I'm laughing, but that's just probably so I don't cry. It's not a nervous laughter. It's just that there are so many people out there that offer false hope, and I find it so irritating and so disastrous for other people. I'm reminded of this in my own personal life because I'm going through something which I can't talk about now. Because it could have adverse effects on other people. But I've been going through things for a long time. You know, we all have. Whether you're a ward of the state, whether you are a student in an educational system, you're in the political system, whether you want to be or whether you don't want to be. You are being used, or with your knowledge or without your knowledge, okay? Whether it's in the employment system, the social media system now, so much nonsense out here. All of these systems have had an effect on you from early on. And I guess what bothers me now is that there are people out there that have higher awareness than even the people that are trying to just take a little bit of advantage of the system they're in. Like, for instance, let's say if you're a teacher and you work in the school system and all you're doing is trying to teach kids what you think is best for them, and then you find out that you can't do that. You can only teach them what people that are higher up in the system have told you that you can teach these kids. And not only that, that if you tell anybody about it, you're going to lose your source of income. You know? This is with everything. This is with the ward of the state, which I was years ago. You know, you see things happening, you become that person that stands up and says something about child abuse, even when you're young, and you almost have no idea what these people are capable of doing to you, for telling the truth. You have no idea when you're young. And some people now, I see it now, you guys are old as hell, old as the hills, and you walk around with this Pollyanna attitude about the things that are going on in this world. And you tell people like me, and you tell other people who can see, don't call that person evil. Don't use judgment. Don't judge. It's wrong to judge. No. Judgment is good sometimes. Judgment is used to protect yourself. It's not just used in a bad way, like people suggest it is. Oh, you're judging so you can feel better about yourself. You're judging so you can fill some void or inadequacy. No, judgment can be sometimes used to save your life. But they tell you not to do it. And then you grow up and you realize, you know, I've believed everything people have told me. I believed all these gaslit my whole life. What's going on? And I don't feel like that. I haven't felt like that in years. I don't know what it feels like to be that blind. Because if you want to call that a privilege, blindness sometimes, I guess blindness can be a privilege if you really think about it. Because then you don't have to see the horrors of the world. You don't have to see what your family is capable of doing. You don't have to see what you're capable of doing. You can pretend to be ignorant and be comfortable. I never had that privilege because of all the systems that I was aware that I was in when I was younger. And so, blindness is not a thing that I envy in other people. The only people that I guess I wish that for a certain amount of time would be the children. I don't like the agents of hope, because when they spread their false hope, that makes people feel comfortable that they don't have to change anything about themselves, that they don't have to provoke change in other people. That needs to happen if you want to move beyond where you're at. How can change happen if you actually believe that people that hate you, the people that look down on you, will ever want you to be better than where you're at now? How does, I'll never forget that poetry reading at the last inauguration. It made me so sick. And of all the poets in the world, I can see why they chose somebody so young. See, they told us that they chose somebody so young. Because that person represented what is going on, current day society. No, that person did not represent that. That person doesn't even represent what you want, if you're going to tell the truth. That person represents the pretense. So you can continue to do what it is you're doing while other people, believe the pretense. And it doesn't matter whether that person believes that they are a tool or not. The result is the result. And see, that's what's going on. We have these agents of false hope saying and doing what they're doing. And we have these people around us who refuse to understand that they left themselves a long time ago. What do I mean by that? When you're a child, if you're blessed, if you're lucky, and your parents take care of you, you're allowed for a certain amount of time to be as ignorant as you want to be, because you know that you'll always be protected. You'll be looked out for. So it allows you a certain amount of time to develop your senses. But that's not what's going on now. People almost have no senses left because they want to desperately cling on to false hope. They want to believe in people that they know are lying to them. They want to so believe in that. I was doing an experiment with my son the other day. We were doing an experiment. I was showing him how to conduct one. And I might post it up there later on germination and photosynthesis. And something as basic as that, where, you put the seeds in the bag and you withhold the light or the water or the CO2 to see what will happen. Something like that. And you do this for, let's say 5 days. you know, and you do that to maybe 2 seeds, and then 2 seeds are in a regular environment with everything they need, and then you take 1 seed and you withhold something from it to see what will happen. Even something as basic as that children learn in 5th grade, 6th grade, 4th grade. They understand that. They're excited about learning what happens around them, how something grows when everything has its resources. But us, and I really shouldn't say us because I don't know if I include myself in this. Us, we have the answers right in front of us. We have the variables right in front of us. We have the numbers right in front of us. We have the examples right in front of us. And what do? We go to Fantasyland and we create things. We say that conditions haven't been met, so therefore we can't define that. And it's so ridiculous. I have these papers here because you know what? Years ago, I remember I was so interested in language patterns of sociopathic and psychopathic people. Yep, I have an article here. It says the rhetoric in psychopathy, linguistic manipulation. Okay? And then I have this other article here, and I suggest that you guys go get these. Alright? This one's not the complete one. It was so many. It's a master list of logical fallacies. And I mean, start looking at it. Start reading it. So you can see what you are doing to the people around you when you engage in this type of behavior. To try to control people and dominate people with your language. The way that you've been dominated with language. It's all around us. It's all around us, no matter where you are in life. Someone trying to use language to dominate you. And maybe you're lucky and you won't find that because you've protected yourself enough to not be around people who are always trying to get the edge over you. Maybe you are not turning on YouTube to see all these people that manipulate you with, what they think is their persuasive powers. Maybe you do not turn the news on ever, or read the newspaper, or look at a magazine to see what they are saying about a certain product, so you can be sure to pick it up. Maybe you don't hear a song that's played over and over and over again. Maybe you never get a piece of mail that is a circular that's trying to use certain colors and certain phrases to get you to do what it is that they want. But they all do it. The main thing that they're doing today is to really, I think, 2 things. Divide people and give false hope to people. Because you can live off of hope for a long, long time. But God, let it be rational hope. If that is a thing. I don't know if that's a real term. I think about when we were young, when I was young, and we looked at people sideways when they said things to us that made no sense. And for a lot of you guys, that will be so far ago. And that's what I say when I say we left ourselves. Because us as adults, we don't even remember who we were when we were younger. And yes, you have to mature. Yes, you have to grow up. Things happen to you that shape who you are. But there are certain things that you should hold on to from childhood. And it's not just the part where, a psychologist tells you, oh, keep your happy part of you. know when to have fun. What about the part where learn how to be sharp? Learn how to trust your instincts. It's been so conditioned out of us that we just buy anything. We buy anything because we're dumbed down or fear. You're not being fleeced, but you're standing there naked. I mean, how do you explain these things? You can't explain them with false hope. You can't explain them by telling somebody to shift their head over there and look at that while they're still shivering but naked. I mean, these are the things that we're being asked to do today. And then you have people on top of that after that who know that it's going on and they want to awaken others, but for a profit. I wake you up for a profit. Here, I'm going to tell you how asleep you are. Please give me $100. Give me $1,000. Let me get a sponsorship. I mean, it's ridiculous. We're not who we were because we gave that up. We gave that up because we thought that false hope can keep us alive. False hope is death. That's what it is. It's a death that you collude in with the person that you think, or the people up there that you think that you know, just because they had a nice smile or more money, or they were in the entertainment industry. How many of them do you believe just because they look good, or they smile, or they moderately sing okay? How many of them that you collude with and aspire to be, even though they're showing you, hey, and you'll know who I'm talking about even if you just scroll your phone a little bit. Hey, I can stand in front of this painting to market jewelry, even though I know that the guy that painted this painting that's behind me is dead. And if I studied, I would know that he wouldn't want his art to be used like that. But you know what? I want you to aspire to be me and wear this jewelry and envy my curves, while I use this man's death and exploit his death for my gain. And I don't even want you to know that I'm doing it, because I'm so clever. Yeah, when we have false hope, that's how that scenario goes. And we are a willing partner after that, I think, to everything that goes wrong.